My name's Lennon, and I was sitting in my lawyer's office holding the pen that was supposed to change everything. I'd called Gerald that morning and told him I wanted my son Troy to inherit the house, the savings, everything. "You're sure about this?" Gerald asked, sliding the papers across his desk. "Once you sign, Troy becomes the primary beneficiary. Your estate is valued at roughly $1.2 million with the property and accounts." "He's my only child," I said. "Who else would I leave it to?" My phone buzzed. Vera, from next door. I almost declined it. "Lennon, don't sign anything," Vera said, her voice shaking. "I don't care where you are. Come to my house right now." "Vera, I'm in the middle of—" "Now, please, I'm serious." Gerald looked at me over his glasses. "Everything all right?" "I need to step out," I said, putting down the pen. "Can we reschedule?" "Of course. Call me when you're ready." I drove home faster than I should have. Vera was standing on her porch, arms crossed, face tight. She pulled me inside before I could speak. "Sit down," she said. "What's going on?" "Last night, Troy was in your backyard on the phone. I heard him through my kitchen window." "He comes by to check on things," I said. "That's not—" He was laughing, Lennon. He said, "Once she signs the papers, I'm selling the house immediately. The old lady won't even know what hit her." My throat closed. "You must have misheard." "I didn't. He said you've been getting confused lately, that it'll be easy to move you into a place where you'll be taken care of. He said, she's already forgetting conversations. I barely have to try anymore." "Troy wouldn't—" "There's more. He wasn't alone. Some woman was with him. She said, 'What if she changes her mind?' And Troy said, 'She won't. I've been working on this for 8 months. I've got her convinced she can't manage the house anymore." My hands started shaking. "What woman?" "I don't know. But Lennon, has Troy been telling you you're forgetting things? Making you doubt yourself?" I thought about the past few months. Troy mentioning I'd repeated stories, asking if I'd taken my blood pressure medication when I knew I had, telling me I'd agreed to things I had no memory of. "He said I left the stove on twice last month," I whispered, "but I don't cook much anymore because he brings me dinner. He said I called him at midnight confused about what day it was, but I don't remember that at all." "Did any of those things actually happen?" I don't know. He seemed so concerned. He suggested I see a doctor about early memory issues." Vera grabbed my shoulders. "You're sharp as hell, Lennon. You help me with my crosswords every Sunday. You remember everyone's birthdays on this street. You've never seemed confused to me." "Why would he do this?" "Because he wants your money, and he doesn't want to wait." I called Troy from Vera's kitchen. He answered on the second ring. "Mom, hey, did you sign the papers yet?" "I'm at Vera's," I said, keeping my voice steady. "Can you come over? There's something we need to discuss." "I'm kind of busy today. Can it wait?" "No, it can't." "All right, fine. Give me 20 minutes. Vera made coffee neither of us drank. When Troy walked in, he had that concerned smile he'd been wearing a lot lately. "What's wrong, Mom? You sounded upset." "Who were you talking to in my backyard last night?" His expression didn't change. "What? I wasn't at your place last night." "Vera heard you." He turned to Vera with the same patient smile. "I think you might be mistaken. I was home with Paige all evening." "Paige," I said. "Your girlfriend I've never met." "I've mentioned her." "No, Troy, you haven't. I would remember that." "See, Mom, this is what I'm worried about. You're getting confused about conversations. Maybe we should move up that doctor's appointment." "I'm not confused," I said. "Vera heard you say you're planning to sell my house the moment I sign it over to you." "That's ridiculous. Vera, no offense, but maybe you heard someone else's conversation. Sound travels weird between these houses." "I heard you clearly," Vera said. "You called her the old lady. You said you've been working on this for 8 months." Troy's smile finally cracked. "This is insane. Mom, you're letting the neighbor poison you against your own son." Then explain the woman you were with. I already did. Paige, my girlfriend, who you keep forgetting about. Bring her here, I said. Right now. Call her. She's at work. Then I'll wait. Troy stood up. I don't have to prove anything. This is crazy. You're paranoid and you're listening to gossip instead of your own family. I'm not signing those papers, I said. His face changed then. The concern vanished. Something cold moved in. You're making a huge mistake, he said quietly. You can't manage that house alone. You're already struggling. I'm not struggling. Really? Who's been bringing you groceries? Who fixed your water heater last month? Who handles your bills because you got overwhelmed? I never got overwhelmed with my bills. You offered to help. Because you were screwing them up, Mom. You missed 2 payments. That's not true. Check your records. After he left, I did check. My bank records showed the payments made on time. Every single one. Troy had lied. Vera was silent for a moment. Then she said, My daughter's a paralegal. Her boss handles estate fraud cases. We should call her. I just need to think. Lennon, if he's been lying about your memory, what else has he been lying about? You need to protect yourself legally before he tries something else. Vera's daughter Simone came over that evening with a folder full of questions. She was direct, professional, and made me feel less crazy with every question she asked. Has Troy asked you to sign anything else recently? Simone asked. A power of attorney form last month. He said it was just in case something happened to me. Someone would need to handle my medical decisions. Simone's face went tight. Do you have a copy? I found it in my desk. She read through it quickly. This isn't a medical power of attorney, she said. This is a general, durable power of attorney. It gives him control over all your financial decisions, property transactions, and legal matters. The room tilted. He said it was medical. Did you read it before signing? He rushed me, said the notary could only come that one time, that it was standard paperwork. I trusted him. Have you noticed any unusual activity in your account since then? I logged into my bank on my laptop. There were transfers I didn't recognize. Small ones, a few hundred here and there, going back 6 weeks. $15,000, Simone said, adding them up. All going to an account ending in 7743. I don't have an account with that number. But Troy might. I called the bank. They confirmed the account belonged to Troy Patterson, joint account with a Paige Hellstrom. I never authorized these transfers, I told the representative. Ma'am, according to our records, you have a power of attorney on file, giving Troy Patterson full access to your accounts. I hung up, looked at Simone. Can I stop this? We need to revoke the power of attorney immediately and file a police report for financial exploitation. But Lennon, I need to be honest with you. Getting that money back will be difficult. And if he's been doing this systematically, there could be more. There was. Over the next 3 days, we discovered Troy had opened a credit card in my name, taken out a home equity line of credit against my house for $75,000, and had been in contact with 3 different senior living facilities about placing me. He was going to have me declared incompetent, I said, staring at the emails Simone's boss had subpoenaed. That's what this was. Make me think I was losing my mind, get me diagnosed with dementia, then take everything. Vera squeezed my hand. But he didn't. We stopped it. He took $90,000. Which we're going to fight for, Simone said. I've already filed the police report and the restraining order. Troy can't contact you or come near your property. My phone rang. Troy. Don't answer, Simone said. I answered, put it on speaker. Mom, what the hell? The cops just called me about some fraud investigation? You stole from me. I didn't steal anything. You gave me access to your accounts. You're confused about what you authorized. I was never confused, Troy. You lied to me. You manipulated me. You made me think I was losing my mind so you could take everything. That's insane. I was helping you. You're sick, Mom. You need help. The only thing I need is for you to stay away from me. You're going to regret this. When you're alone in that house and something happens, don't call me. I won't. He hung up. Simone called me 3 weeks into the investigation. Paige Hellstrom came in this morning, she said. She's cooperating fully, wants immunity. What did she tell them? Everything. She said Troy showed her fake doctor's reports about your dementia, convinced her you needed to be in a facility. She had no idea the reports were fabricated or that the money was stolen. Does she get to walk away? Probably, but her testimony destroys Troy's defense. He's looking at serious time. The preliminary hearing was 3 weeks later. I sat in the back while Troy's lawyer argued. Your Honor, Mr. Patterson was acting in his mother's best interest. She'd given him power of attorney willingly. The prosecutor stood. The defendant systematically manipulated Mrs. Patterson into questioning her own sanity. He fabricated medical conditions, forged documents, and stole nearly $90,000. Ms. Hellstrom's testimony confirms he planned this for months. The judge reviewed the evidence for maybe 10 minutes. Mr. Patterson, I'm denying bail. Trial set for October, unless you want to discuss a plea. Troy's lawyer leaned in and whispered something. Troy nodded. Outside the courthouse, Simone touched my arm. They're offering 5 years if he pleads guilty. Saves you from testifying. Will I get my money back? Some of it. He'll owe restitution, but realistically, you'll see maybe 30 cents on the dollar over time. I don't care about the money anymore. I just want him gone. Then tell the prosecutor to accept the plea. Rita called me the day after Troy was sentenced. Lennon, we need to talk about what happens when Troy gets out. There's nothing to talk about. He's your son. He'll need family support, somewhere to stay. He's not staying with me. You're really going to abandon him? After everything your family's been through? Rita, he tried to have me declared incompetent so he could steal my house. People make mistakes when they're desperate. He's learned his lesson. His lesson is that he got caught, not that what he did was wrong. That's harsh, Lennon. He's still your child. My child made me think I was losing my mind. He laughed about it on the phone, called me the old lady who wouldn't know what hit her. Maybe therapy could help him understand. I don't care if he understands. I care that I'm safe. So that's it? You're just done with him? Completely. Rita was quiet for a moment. I always thought you were more forgiving than this. Forgiveness doesn't mean letting someone hurt you twice. Goodbye, Rita. I hung up and turned to Vera, who'd been sitting with me the whole time. You okay? She asked. I'm changing my will. Everything goes to charity. Alzheimer's research and elder abuse prevention. Troy gets nothing? Not a penny. Not ever. Last week, a letter came from the prison. I recognized Troy's handwriting on the envelope. You going to read it? Vera asked. No. What if he's actually sorry? He's sorry he's in prison. That's different from being sorry for what he did. I held the letter over the kitchen sink and lit it with a match. Watched his words turn to ash. Some people think I should forgive him eventually, I said. That he's my son and family should matter. What do you think? I think the person who should have remembered that family matters was Troy, not me. Vera nodded. You're stronger than I would be. No, I'm just finally done being weak. I threw the ashes in the trash and poured us both coffee. Outside, the morning was clear and quiet. My house, my life, my choice. But here's what I keep wondering. If your own child showed you they saw you as nothing but money they felt entitled to, that they were willing to destroy your mind and your freedom to get it, could you ever look at them as family again? Or is some betrayal just too deep to ever call someone your son?